welcome to this live tutorial where we draw with the Paintology app using the phone. So today is the 2nd of December. I hope you're enjoying your December month and all the way to Christmas and to the New Year. So this is quite a festive season here, and I'm sure everyone's joining in the festivities. Yeah. So we, if you're new to this channel, you'll know that the digital drawing app Paintology is different to other drawing apps. It's not designed to just cram with tools that you can go to and then start doodling and doing your own thing. It's actually goes much deeper than that and teaches you essential drawing art techniques. You know, the very techniques like this one where I did the John Baptiste wagon on the fields of Artois, I believe. This was a painting a couple of 100 years ago. At that time, maybe a bit less, but at that time there was a post-impressionistic movement, and this was a part of the movement by Monet as well, and Sisley, and other people, including Pissarro, Edgar Degas, and principally Monet, who led the art movement here. So he's credited with a lot of this post-impressionistic work. So I decided that we need to capture the essence of this painting by making our own. So I hope you like this one because I'm very quite fond of it. I think it looks good, isn't it? I've tried to capture much of, you'll see here, much of the original. Do you see that? That's the original. And then here's my painting. That's the original. Here's my painting. So I click left and right to go to the original and my painting. So that's really, in principle, that's what actually helps you to make impressive drawings because you're learning the techniques. So again, on this drawing, I used a different approach. Normally, I don't do it in the method I showed you, but it worked quite well. It brought out the nuance and the imagery of the original, I would think, right? Maybe the field looks a little bit more plain, and now it's been cropped, and the terrain looks a little rough, isn't it? In original painting, but still, it's not a bad effort. It still gives the impression that this was John Baptiste's painting. So we're going to do another one, and I'm sure you're here because of the link. And if you're new to here, I'm going to quickly go over some of the resources. And so Paintology is from the Google Play. So type in Paintology, and then you'll see it here. Yeah? And then you'll see these slides that will give it away that this is a Paintology. So they're realistic drawings that you'll learn. The techniques are very much like traditional techniques. Not many people know it, that you can make digital drawings just like traditional, and I've been pushing that for a while now. This is the drawing I did of Mona Lisa, again in the same way as I did the painting I showed you earlier. So I tried to put a smile on this Mona Lisa's face. Have you seen that? In the previous one, she looked a little somber, I think. This one, she's definitely got that twitch of a smile. So you can see you can get really intricate And all the videos and shorts videos you can see, these are freehand drawing. There's a lot of freehand drawing, and the reason why I can make such impressive drawings even on a phone is because I've got art techniques. I don't use multitude of tools like many people would. I use art techniques and draw in a very similar way to the to traditional, and I'm able to pull it off because for me, I come from a traditional painting drawing background, and for me, drawing isn't drawing using a tablet connected to a PC and Photoshop. That's really, that to me is illustration, creating illustration, vector graphics, and using all the tools. And that's how majority of the digital apps have come about, providing those tools, and they may provide you some either very large range of tools or rudimentary set of tools, but they're not going to teach you the drawing techniques as the Paintology app has. It has over 800 tutorials on its app, and I'll show you that in a minute. These are all the drawings I did, most of it freehand. You see here, it's a portrait on the phone. Yeah, so there's plenty of plenty of videos that you can watch, and they're short videos, but in this tutorial I'll show you the full, so I don't speed it up or anything. I completed drawing in 2 hours. So the first thing you want to do is bookmark this Paintology.com site. It has tutorials, the same tutorials, blog. I've written about hundreds of articles there and related to art. So when you're on that page, you click on and the community where people have posted artworks. You can see that daily step by step. This is the page where I keep the log of all my daily tutorials. You can see here 2nd December. I have an entry here which hasn't been done yet. We're on part 1, Paintology 8 GMT, and we have the stream going on here, and then I usually have 10 minutes break, and then I go to Produce channel, part 2, and complete the drawings. So the links are all here, and then the completed drawings are in this line, and you can see here I've got completed drawings going far back. This was Constable Salisbury Cathedral, all the way back. This was two black and white. It's a deer, see here. So it's impressive drawings you can make, and that's all it is, designed to teach you those skills. So let's get the reference image here of our tutorial downloaded so we can start drawing. And the other important bookmark and something you should follow me is on the paintology.quora.com. So please follow me on this Quora because I'm very active there. This was a Rembrandt self-portrait. Very active on this. Very active on this. You can see I'm doing this one today. And then it goes back, long way back. So you have many to go through. And I've also answered over almost 1,500 answers related to art. Not just digital art, but because I'm a traditional art as well. And many of you, when you jump into digital art, have no art techniques for a good reason. And digital tools have allowed you to give the impression that you can draw, but in reality, you'll always confine yourself to animation and computer designed art, not really to art like the way I'm doing it. And the reason my art is different is because I typically stick to one brush and change the opacity. So if you do that, that's very simple. There's one about a lot together, and I like this one particularly. This is Turner's Dutch Boats in a Gale. I actually made the sea more stormy. Notice that? So you can do these type of drawings on your phone, and it's such a pleasure painting on your phone, drawing on your phone. You can doodle with tools, but in reality, if you want to extend your art beyond just doodling and doing animation, you need to learn the techniques, and the techniques are not that difficult at all. And I'm going to show you how you learn these techniques. With anything, any skill, you need to learn something. It'd be ridiculous if you keep blaming it on a skill, an inherent skill that people are somehow born with. This is Cézanne, the forest. So these are the resources. The other one I want to show you is the Google Classroom. Let's say Google. And this one has been designed to help you, structured to help you get up to speed with the art techniques. So remember, this is not designed to teach you how to draw with or paint with Paintology. Not just that. Of course, you're going to learn that. But more importantly, you're learning fundamental art techniques that will allow you, that you can carry to all art mediums, irrespective of what medium it is, because this will tune your brain, muscle memory, colors, tones and values, forms and shape, everything, the fundamental skills of art. Okay, so if you could join this free. Everything's free at the moment, but eventually there will be a time when I need to start monetizing, as you can imagine, doing this, from the goodness of my heart, and but more importantly, trying to share this finding, this real important stuff in art, which people love art, but you need to show them these techniques, and I need to get in front of you guys so you can enjoy it and learn from it. So these are the three areas I want to show you first. So let's head back to our app. This is our app, and I've already saved it. This is the home screen of the app. So you have tutorials, community, draw, my paintings. These are the main four essential buttons. Tutorials are the 800 tutorials, which are fun tutorials that you do, and also at the same time you're learning art skills. You're not going to learn art skills. I think more people spend time convincing themselves they can't draw when they could devote that time to learning and actually practicing. So here's an opportunity for you on your phone to get started with learning drawing. And this is not a simple crude app, it's pretty sophisticated. So if you're going to base this app on the number of tools I have, you think about it before you decide to do that. Yeah, it's like you're going to judge a carpenter based on the tools and not his workmanship. See what I'm saying? It's a bit strange for you to make a judgment, call it on an app and based on the tools rather than on how the app is showing you how to produce the paintings and drawing, which goes far beyond most other drawing apps. You could send me a link and show me where people have done impressive paintings and drawings, and I can take a look at it. But there are very few, and if they do, they spend a long time. And like now, you can see that I'm able to paint and draw pretty impressive in under 2 hours. Yeah. So I'm not taking like 3, 4, 5 hours, 2 hours. So that's the tutorials community is where you can see here people have posted their artwork. It doesn't have to be digital. There was someone attempting to do simple art here. So someone was trying to draw an eye here. So, you know, it's a good attempt, but people have quite not get it yet. This one drew a nose. Interestingly enough, not so good as no shading, just a line drawing. And okay, so we've got the tutorials divided into categories. So start doing by paint by numbers. Don't jump in and do that. There are reasons why the buttons are placed at the top. Okay, there's a very good reason. So draw, let's go to trace, blank canvas. So this is the all-powerful, all-encompassing way to rapidly expand your drawing skills. I'm using a stylus. I used to use a finger, but stylus is better because I can see the work area and select the tools very quickly. So this is Note 10 phone. Yeah, I'll be using it for all my paintings and drawing. So let's have a look at this particular drawing. I usually stick to the line brush. There are a few brushes there. Don't think the brushes are going to make the artwork that you're looking for. You have to do it. I'm a master of the tools. I'm not subservient to the tools, okay? So let's go back here, 1.2%. I'm going to select a gray color, dark color here, okay? And then what we have here is, I can draw a line here, you see here? So actually, let's take that down a minute. See here? So that's the original reference. And if I go to the extreme end, you'll see the full reference and you won't see any of your drawing. Let me show you what I mean. Just drawing a line here. Can you see the line disappearing while I'm moving to the reference? That means that gives this really powerful. This form is really powerful. In addition to that, it gives you the ability to look at your drawing with relative to the reference. But in addition to that, you have this color picker, which I call the infinite color pot. Yeah. Color picker is great, but the infinite color pot means that with the reference image loaded here, let me take this up again, I can select the exact color. What is that? Look at the exact color. See, I selected the exact color. But not only do I select the exact color, I'm able to follow these colors. See that? Right. Wonderful, isn't it? So you can follow this color and then make the whole drawing. So you can see how quickly one can make this drawing. But it's a fun way of making a drawing, but at the same time, improving your drawing skills. So let's go back to about 1%. Okay, and let's select the yellow. Okay, you can select from the color palette. And then let's just do something called a line drawing. Okay, I want you to do this. Yeah, good. So let's do this line drawing as a first. This is going to be a quick and easy one because it's not such a difficult. Okay, this will really help you to follow. This is not difficult, is it? It's really not difficult, is it? Don't be afraid, just do it and get quick. I know I was hesitant at the beginning. Now you see how quickly I'm getting into the gist of it. So hair as well. Don't be afraid. Don't try to match it exactly. You don't have to. Right? This really helps you to get steady your hands and look at contoured lines. Even at my skill level, I can make a mistake, but I'm not too worried. Right? I'm going to get better as I keep doing this. When you first start, it's always a little hard. But honestly, when you get into it, it's a lot easier. Look what we've done so far. That's the first bit, okay? That's our first bit. So now we carry on, zoom in, rotate. Just feel comfortable where the edges are of this. Right? Don't have to be exact. You find that over time you will improve this. Right? So it's a line drawing of this famous Warhol character. So if you notice, if you've been following my videos daily, you'll notice that I change it around. I'm trying to show you techniques that most people miss. They feel that the tools are the only thing that's going to get them there. It's not so. It's your ability in creating these important fundamental art. If you don't believe me, just talk to an art teacher, and I'm talking about a good art teacher, not the ones who are just going to show you how to do simple stuff. I'm talking about someone who's learned art. You know, ask them about fundamentals and they'll tell you what it is. So I guess when you were a kid, you saw all these other people do art, other kids, and they were really good at it. And you were scratching your head as to why they were good at it. And you could never really understand how they managed to use a simple pencil and brush and yet able to create drawing far better than you perhaps, right? Or you may be just not a traditional artist, love pencil drawings, and you come here because someone told you, right? And now you want to draw like the way I'm showing you, and that's a good thing, because those are the very people that will really benefit. Because most traditional artists think of digital as something alien. It's not alien at all. And also, please don't take the advice of people who've not done any art, you know, to tell you how to do art. Because they're going to be speaking from a theory, academic rather than from a practical point of view. And I'm very practical. So I'm going to give you practical advice. And this practical advice is also grounded in theory, but in a much more fun way. Okay, see all these colors that were meant for us to do. Just very nice doing this. It really helps to improve you. Just following the outline. You can take any drawing you wish and do an outline like this. Okay, see here, to give the effect that this is a little bit of a jagged area, but and then go around and go around. Let's have a look what we've got. I'm sure you want to see what we've got. It's not bad, is it? So very quick. I don't expect you to be at this speed. This is my normal speed. I'm not even speeding up. But this is what practice does. Practice, you automatically achieve this. If you're serious about art, come to the right place. This is because I'm going to show you what tones and values are. In fact, I have a lot of the, because if you go to any art teacher, they're going to start right away talking about tones and values, but they're not going to show it to you in a practical way because it's a little harder for them to show it in traditional because it hasn't got the same, it has a different idea behind. Look, you cannot replicate what a person does when they show tones and values in a pencil and paper. The reason being is because they're very adept, and that's what point I'm trying to make. The reason why you're with school, someone was exceptional or great at pencil shading and doing. It's not because they're gifted or born with a talent. You know that. You could see it right in front of your eyes that they're producing an amazing drawing in graphite with a pencil, and that's because you haven't observed properly what they do. And the reason why they do that is because they've taken the pencil and gone beyond your own comprehension what a pencil does. Your thinking is a pencil just makes a simple mark. Their thinking is a pencil does a lot more. They can apply the right pressure to get the right shade. They can do slant the pencil and get more of a texture. They can create textures because they're so detailed in their understanding. They're completely focused, and then you could never achieve that. You draw something and you have no idea that you don't even think beyond the pencil or understanding of the first marks you're making on your paper. Whereas they've taken the tool. That's the reason why I don't need tools. All the digital tools other people are more acquainted with. I can draw really well with a few handful of tools. That's the reason why traditional artists will like this method of drawing in digital, just like drawing in traditional, isn't it? That's the way it should be. Let's have a look. Getting better, isn't it? So we're going to now do this bit. Just practice that. It's very easy. There's many tutorials in the tutorial section for you to do this. So it's preloaded with interesting subjects to draw. And you can just use it, whichever takes your fancy. And then the sooner you do it, the quicker you'll get to pick up, continue to improve your drawing skills. Okay? I don't know if she's got a beauty spot or not. Let's try that again. It doesn't have to be exact. Don't worry if you're not getting the same thing I'm getting. You're not expected to because you're just beginning. But the important thing is that you understand the process. Okay. I think we've pretty much got everything. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? That looks a bit like Marilyn Monroe, isn't it? Have we left anything out? Can you see? Yeah. No, I think we've pretty much got all of it. So this is what we're going to do. So the next step, how would you do this, right? If we want to get to this, what's the next step? So the next step I'm going to do is show you. In fact, I'm going to finish this drawing because it's such a simple drawing. It's not complex. In 5 minutes, and then we'll probably find another drawing in part 2, yeah? So here is where the color picker comes in. So select the color picker here, and then select the color that's here, right? This is obviously a tiny brush, so I'm gonna leave, just select the brush size so you can squeeze through these areas wherever the yellow is, right? And then you could keep that yellow because the yellow doesn't change, and then adjust your trace to see where you are with your drawing relative to the yellow that should go there, right? Make sense, yeah? So then keep those areas that we've... So now we do... Actually, I should save this first. Yeah, so now we're doing... So now you can see, because you've got black here, so you want to color picker, get the black. But you're not going to do that if you're on your canvas because you're going to pick just the white. So you need to pick the black here. So you need to be at the top half. So the black, there you are. It's not quite black, it's sort of darker gray, but that's all right. If that's the color, then we're going to do that, okay? So look what I'm doing, just filling in as much so I can go with a fine tooth hairbrush and then just finish. So we didn't do this area, notice that, but we'll fill it in. So now you see the red, same thing with the red, cover as much as you can, and then pick the color palette to go back to the black where you see it. And then let's see, we've got black here, right? Not quite black, it's obviously gray or something. I had an idea that this was going to be an easier one to do relative to the ones that I normally do, right? So I'm just going to finish it. Now, if you want to go to, let's go down to about 3-4%, and then let's see if we can. You don't have to keep that black outline that we did, right there. Just do it quickly, and then don't worry about this going around the yellow. We're going to come back to it. Let's just get this black here out the way, and just refine it even more. Let's see here. See what I'm doing? Just using that black. Using that brush size, and you can see more of your drawing here. Right, just going quickly over it. Right there. It's a little bit of a different effect. Right, it's not this quite the same as the line drawing. And then we pick the red here. If you haven't picked the red, if you pick the red, just pick on the color picker and pick that color again. Or you can pick the color that we've already got. I'm going to show you. You can go to your canvas, because this is the red, color picker, and then you got that perfect red. Yeah? Makes sense, right? Very much fun doing this. I could do this all the time, but I need to keep expanding my skill set. Okay, what colors do we have here? So we got a green here. Look at that, it's lovely green. So we're just gonna do that. Stay on our canvas. See how quickly you can go. This really helps you to improve your drawing skills. Sorry if I keep saying the same word. Anyway, so what colors do we have here? Oh, it's that black again. So we could pick that color and then just go over it. Perfect, doesn't it? And then we can work out the tiny details. So the whole idea is to just complete this drawing in this first part, and then we can see what we have to do in the next. I'll show you more things in part 2, obviously. Let's see where we are. Yep, this yellow, and we're doing okay. We now got a smaller brush, and we can go into these nooks and crannies, right? And then you just work with speed. Don't think too much. Just work with speed. If you overthink it, you're going to be hesitant. You're thinking, oh, I'm making a mistake. Shouldn't be doing that. Nothing, no mistakes to be made here. You just work, follow the line as best as you can, and don't worry about it. Now where we are. Wow, look at that. Suddenly changed into a green. Have you seen that? How interesting is that? That's alright, because that's the color we picked. So now we can do this as well. If you want to, you can go around it, but I wouldn't bother. That was the original line drawing. It had a different meaning, the whole thing. I just want to cover as much of this color as possible. And then I've got the trace mode drawing to help me get all these little tiny pieces, different colors, right? You didn't even have to do that. You could just as well have just speeded up and did it. That's a yellow. So let's capture the yellow and try and do the same thing. Okay? This is really a fun way to see there's some yellow there. So this is a yellow, and the rest just, so we might need to, so keep the color bar so you can see the yellow. Right, yes, use much as you can to put down these yellow colors, right? Now see how I'm doing it? Now we've come back to the yellow we started off with. So we're going to finish this in no time, no worries. Yeah. I think we got, what color is that? Oh yeah, we haven't done that yet. So we will do that, why not? Right? Let's see, get that yellow all the way, and we can correct it as we get closer and closer to the details. That's what tends to happen in art, and you must surely know that. I'm picking that color. You must surely know that this is the way people do traditional art. It gets better and better, smaller brush. Look, quickly we're going to finish this. Yeah? There. Perfect, wasn't it? Let's have a look what we've got so far. It's not bad, is it? Right? So we carry on. Look at this color. So she's got a little darker color near her chin, but we wouldn't bother with that. We'll just carry on with this color. Use a big broad color to cover a large area. We don't want to be spending all day. We want to do some other characters, some other drawings, right? Don't know about you. I mean, I like to do a lot rather than one painting because it keeps my skills oiled. Right? So now we can switch to a smaller brush. Okay, let's take it to 60 and see if we can get away with doing this, right? The outline of that. Yeah, we're doing that. Yeah, so quick, isn't it? So I'm going to save this because we're working on a prototype, so which means I've been told to save every now and then and open up the drawing to resume. Okay, so here, that's it. You got it. Nothing difficult about that. That's it. And don't worry about the details. We'll come with a smaller brush, tidy it up. Remember? We're just filling all the colors. This should be an easy painting for you guys. You know, you should not have any difficulty with the way I'm drawing. Now let's have a look again. What we have. Oh, we're going to do this. So again, I'm speeding up because I need to meet the timeline. I'd like to have a little bit of a break, you know, before the part 2 comes about. This really helps you understand shape and form because you're understanding the shape and form because you have the traced reference image, and that's helping you to understand what the whole thing looks like here. And then you get the shape and form through the reference image in trace. Trace has been around a long time. People underestimate the trace in digital. trace in traditional has been used by some of the great grandmasters because it helps them to understand what they're painting, like this, yeah? So now you can see we're rapidly going through with that same brush. Lining up this. Okay, let's have a look what we got. It's getting better, isn't it? Now we got this. That's a different color. Interesting. Okay, that's color. Some here on this color here. And then this. Some more of that dark color going on here. And then you're going to put some of that dark color. Don't worry about it if it goes off a little bit. Let's have a look where we are. That's more like it, isn't it? What about her right eyebrow? Is that a different color? Yep. That's a pink there. Pink and a sort of a lightish green. Alright. So can you see also this pink? We can carry that pink. Right. Anywhere where you can see it. There you are. Lovely, isn't it? Now what we have, got that red. Now, oh, look at how big that is. So what do we do with the red? Yep, you got it. Take it down so we have more control. Don't worry about if it's not perfectly spot on, right? It doesn't have to be. This is art. If you want to do it perfectly, the spot on, you know, it should be a technical draftsman, isn't it? I have a feeling we're going to finish this in one go. So, see, that's why, so we can actually use this borderline for the lips. Look at that. This is our drawing. How wonderful that is. Now we can see that we need to do the yellow. So let's go over it really quickly. Don't worry about the black borders. You don't have to go right near it. Just follow the yellow. And then follow the colors that we had. I used the color picker to quickly get the colors. Yeah. And then there's a yellow. So I have the yellow now, and then I could just keep doing that. The hair. And then I can pick the colors. The yellow. Pick that. Pick this color there that I have. And the yellow. There you are. Okay. And then a yellow there. There. Isn't that lovely? And then pick that color that we had. And then the yellow. Let's get that there. And the gray here. So we're now refining it, yeah? as you can see, right? Just refining it. All the areas, we're going through the nook and cranny of all the areas. Right, to give it some form and shape. Right, so we're going to finish this in no time, don't worry about it. We'll still have our break. The yellow, you see that? I'm taking the black marks away. Okay. Then yellow there. And then this color there. Okay, it's put obviously a little bit of touching elements in there, but we don't have that liberty right now. We're just practicing, isn't it? That's all we're doing. Practicing. Where are we? Here, you can see how well we did. So we haven't got much to do. In fact, these are yellow here, I believe. Yep. And then we have over there the yellow marks. And then it's got that grey patch. And we're just going to go over through there, the pink, and go over this one, then the yellow. So you can see how it's working. It's amazing, isn't it? Let's put a bit of yellow underneath there. She's almost got a pupil, but we don't want that. Okay, so now we can take that color, this color, and just fill in the rest randomly. You don't have to be really detailed. Let's put a pink in there. Okay, that's where we are. Look at that. Yeah, what do you think? I think that gives us a good 6 minutes break. I'm going to put my Paintology on there. This is not an Andy Warhol. This is by Paintology. So there you are. Complete drawing of the Marilyn Andy Warhol. You can see how easy that was. That was in the space of 40 minutes. So you can obviously spend longer, but this will give you comfortable, give you more confidence in keep doing this, right? So you can carry on, load more images and just draw. And then when I want to show you about tones, then obviously the underlying images are less colorful like this, more realistic, right? So that's what we'll probably do in the next part 2, to show you how to capture realism in part 2. Yeah, that's a good one. All right then, so look forward to seeing you in 5 minutes break, yeah? And on part 2 in the Produce channel. And hope to see you there. Link in the description or in that Paintology page that I showed you earlier. And I'll thank you. Please subscribe and follow me, and see you soon. Bye.